We have to really get started. We're running very late, and you can get them afterwards. We're not letting them go. Mr. Ambassadors. We have a very special program which coincides with the program that the first part. In the back there, please. Hello. We have a session and a panel will be chaired by a very special friend of ours and of mine personally. He was the chair and CEO of Innovation and Technology Institute. Adi Baruch is the acting chairman of the Innovation and Technology Institute in Israel, the chairman of Elad Healthcare Solutions, Elad Systems, PowerMount Inc., many other companies, publicly traded companies in Israel and on other exchanges. He also leads the Young Entrepreneurs Organization and has been actively involved in leading Israel's global innovation. He is also the acting chairman of the Board of Trustees of Ariel University and served as chairman of the Israel Export and International Cooperation Institute until 2021. His successor was supposed to be here, but she tested positive, so you'll see on the program she couldn't, another great friend of ours. He was also a founding member of Nest Technologies, which many of the people from New York are very familiar with. But most of all, he has been an active leader in the Jewish community. He organized in a few days a worldwide prayer for peace of all religions, and I was privileged just to witness it and to see how effectively he operates. So I'm going to ask Adi Baruch to please come up and take the seat. Then the co-chair of the Knesset Abraham Accords Caucus, known to many of you as MK Ruth Wasserman Lande, who served as an Israeli diplomat for 13 years in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, appointed to serve for 3 years in the political and economic advisor in the Israeli embassy in Cairo, and completing her service there as de facto deputy chief of mission. Ruth was appointed as Foreign Affairs and World Jewish Affairs advisor to former President of Israel, Shimon Peres. She served for almost a decade as Deputy Director General of Israel's Federation of Local Governments, a long and really incredible resume that covers all aspects of Israeli life. She recently entered the Israeli Knesset as an MK representing the Blue and White Party and an active member of the Internal Security Committee, the Foreign Policy and Security Committee, as well as co-chair of the Pro-Abraham Accords Caucus. MK Lande, please join us. Somebody we love very dearly and is a very close friend. Sosan Natur Hassan was recently named Minister for Public Diplomacy at the Israeli Embassy in Washington, and we look forward to welcoming her there in this very important capacity. She's currently Director of Middle East Economic Affairs Department of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Israel. She has held a variety of positions in the Foreign Ministry in Israel and around the world, including Deputy Chief of Mission in Athens and in Sofia, Athens being a place we care about much, and the Mediterranean Initiative, when she was involved in our previous visits. Prior to that, she was an attorney specializing in civil and labor law. She has been awarded numerous prizes at the Foreign Ministry, and we are really honored to have her. She is a Druze and lives with her family in Daliat al-Carmel. You were hiding. Thank you so much. And then Kobi Barda, who's the Deputy Director General of the Ministry of Tourism, head of the Gal Program for Political Leadership at the Academic Center for Law and Science. He's Deputy Director General of Israel's Minister of Tourism and leads in that capacity Israel's official tourism agency, including domestic and international initiatives, with its 22 offices abroad, alongside the Director General of the ministry. Earlier, he was the founding director of Bardea Marketing, a consulting and communication strategy company. Also a long career, distinguished career, involved in various political campaigns and served as spokesperson for the Netanya municipality and deputy spokesperson for the Tel Aviv Municipality Tourism Association. And tourism, as you know, has been something the conference has helped, and now the need to help resurge tourism is a priority for all of us. And so, Kobe, we are looking forward to working with you and welcome you to the podium. Mr. Baruch, the mic is yours.
We're missing Yanai. Yaki Yanai.
Oh. So Yaki Yanai does not need an introduction to this audience because he was introduced last night to this audience. But more than that, he is the president of Pluristem. He is, you all heard that amazing production. I have to tell you how many people came up to us afterwards and expressed real appreciation. I know the company for a long time. It's really a cutting-edge company. He is the CEO and president of Pluristem. He was appointed as president in February 2014 and CEO in June of 2019. And he served in a variety of executive positions in Pluristem, which, as I said, is really on the cutting edge, and you've read a lot of the stories about some of their discoveries and the new liaison operations that they created in recent times. He founded over the years several organizations to promote and support the Israeli life science industry. We're really, really pleased that you could join us again tonight, and thank you for your support. Thank you. You can come up here.
Thank you, Malcolm. It's not working. Yeah, it's working. Well,
We
Malcolm,
hope you're working.
you did a great job. You can continue doing it. Good evening. Erev Tov. Nasai El-Hir. Distinguished guests, ambassadors, and especially the guests from the U.S. and our friends, who without the Jewish community in the States and the support to Israel throughout the years, this golden triangle could not have happened. It could not. And I'll start with my personal story for a second. And Malcolm called me up 10 days ago while I was traveling. I was in New York and then flew to the UAE. And he always gave me challenges. And he said, listen, I want you to lead the session. It's going to be a very difficult time. It's after they eat. They're going to be very tired. They had a long day. You have to entertain them because they have a show afterwards. It's a mission. It's almost an impossible mission, right, Tim? To entertain the group here after the dinner. But